think for us, in a day and age when it's all about what's new, what's flashy, what's exciting, what's the new thing, it's the mundane daily tasks that we have to embrace on a daily basis. There's the same things over and over again. So playing with great effort. I know that doesn't sound exciting. You've heard me say that before, but like we can't just like try to find the flashiest way to say it. We have to embrace those things. And when you come in the building on a Tuesday, getting back to work and starting from scratch again, and getting back to your individual drills and your technique. And Carson's a good example of the more he played, the better he's got, because he's putting these days in and he's working to get better, and he's getting on the film and he's taking the corrections, he's putting it on the film. Putting it on the field. So I just think that's what it is. It's this, combined effort for everybody in the building to get better. Because the way we played last week isn't going to be good enough this week, and that's just how it works on a week-to-week basis. So, that being said, there are certainly areas that we want to see addressed sooner than others. But I won't get into all those right now. It's just everybody understanding that we have to embrace that part of it every day and not getting bored with what works. And I know that sounds simple, but it's important, and that was a big part of the message today before practice.
Look at the run game holistically. How much is that happening? How do you improve it?
I think the focus needs to be is, one, how are the runs fitting up, and then two, what are the yards after contact, or once you engage somebody, making somebody miss, and that's been an emphasis point here for a few weeks now. I thought we did a nice job in the Minnesota game, just okay last week, but then again, there was a lot of, whether it was short yardage or down in the red zone, there was some heavier runs in there, just a lot of bodies. So a little bit played into, where we were on the field. But that's it, focusing on those things at practice, working on running through contact, working on open field tackling, close quarters, running. Those are the things that, we're going to continue to focus on to try to improve that area. And I think the more these guys play, Bo and specifically James, because I think CJ, has a feel for running behind his pads, but he can still be better in these areas as well, breaking tackles. But the more they see it, and the more we show it to them on film, again, this is kind of what we're talking about. But these are areas we all can get better at. They're there, they're right there, right on the doorstep, and we need them. Carnell and and Jeremiah and Brandon need those guys to step up in a big way. And so Quincy's really shown up on special teams, which is a great sign. He's done a really good job on punt return for us. I think this is something that we can build on there, and that's a great sign. Milan has been practicing better, so we'd like to get them in the game when we can, because we know we're going to need this depth as the season goes on. Yeah, again, Luke Fickell's a very good coach. He knows winning football, and his team plays hard. They play sound football. Now, I know the season hasn't gone the way that they've expected it to go, but at the same time, put the film on. They're one of the better defenses in the country, and all it takes is a few big plays and getting the offense in rhythm, and they're going to be in these games. And so we know that, and we know going in any game on the road is a challenge in this league. So we know what we're going to get, and for us, as we want to just continually focus on our process and how we do things. But I think the other thing is there's a lot of ways to look at it, but I'm sure they feel like their backs are against the wall a little bit, fighting for this season, which I can understand. And so when you get that, you're going to get a team that's going to come out with their hair on fire. And so we have to match that intensity and then some.
They have that type of attitude with them.
Yeah, there's no question. I think not every DB has to be that way, but I think when you think of the DBs you want on your team, they're gritty, they're competitive, they're edgy, they have a short memory. At times you can't tell them anything. It's the way you want it. And I tell those guys all the time, man, you bring me up every day because you bring juice, and it's our job to work off of each other in this building. And I've said this before, Davison, when he came in, I'm not sure that room was exactly like that. And then you had Jermaine in there, and and then Caleb, because to me, Caleb is kind of the man that makes it all happen, you know, and we all see what Caleb does on the field, but a big part of the success that we have is Caleb's presence on the field and communicating and getting everybody on the same page and building confidence around him. And that's probably one of the things that maybe has gone unrecognized a little bit, maybe not to everybody. I know not to me and our staff and our players, but that's, you know, going into the season, we had some guys on the team that were a little inexperienced, that hadn't played a lot of football. And so when you take somebody like Caleb and you take a guy like Sonny who have played and can lead and can communicate and can build confidence with the guys around them, those are all the things that you don't see. And to me, that's why Caleb is such a special player. And he's the best, you know, defensive player in the country, you know, especially in the secondary. And his impact is felt not just with his play, but also the impact he has on those around him.
He'll be cured a little bit just to get a home run ball or
Yeah.
two from these guys. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when Urban was pressing for that, and
Yeah.
boom, it finally happened. But
Yeah.
just speak on that.
Yeah, no, that would be nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
I know it would. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You know, it would be nice to hit a long run. You know, we've been very efficient, but to your point, it's something that, you know, would be nice, and we have to keep working on that. And I think when you see the way that we're set up, you know, there are the runs, and then there's like the perimeter, and the way that, you know, we're set up, it kind of goes hand in hand. But yeah, there's no rule saying that we can't break one of these runs for a big one.
And how close have you come, do you think? I mean, if you think back to the last few games, Bo seems to have really gotten really close. Have you seen it getting there, I guess?
Yeah. No, I first off, I think we're giving great effort. I think that we're continually trying to figure out how to put our guys in positions to be successful in those moments. You know, we're not designing a ton of plays to just create explosives because, you know, we feel like we can be efficient. But we do have some different things that we can get to as time goes on to try to create those things. But, you know, a lot of our explosive plays typically come from our receivers. But to your point, yeah, I mean, we'd love to get, you know, some of these runs into the secondary and create, you know, explosives. I mean, that's the idea. But, you know, efficient, yes. Explosive, not yet. And that's, again, what are we working on? That's certainly something that we're focused on.
I think we're just doing like what we have to do. I mean, our coaches expect us to make the plays in the positions we're put in. So at the end of the day, we're just doing what we're told and just trying to do it to the best of our ability. I wouldn't say anything all flashy like that, but I just feel like we're doing our jobs at a high level right now.
What would it be like for you guys to just see one of your backs just gone?
I mean, that's always
that 60-yard touchdown.
I mean, every time we run the ball, that's the plan. So I mean, it always comes down to one little play or one little block that doesn't get done. So once it all kind of like everything gets blocked up, it's going to spring, and that's soon to come. So
Are you guys confident that that's going to happen eventually?
absolutely, for sure.
What gives you confidence that we're going to get there? Maybe it's going to happen more than once.
I mean, I think it's just the way we practice and the intensity we come out with every day. I mean, our coaches just bring. I mean, they bring out the best of us every day, and let's say we come out maybe a little slower than other times, it'll get us up to speed quickly. So I think it's just the way we practice and how we handle our business.
Are you looking forward to checking out Camp Randall, playing a game up there?
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Obviously, it's my first time, so it'll be cool. Looking forward to that third quarter. So pretty cool.
With the running games, the tight end room, the offensive line, are you guys more frustrated than the running backs are? Maybe that it hasn't been explosive yet?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, obviously, like I said earlier, it comes down to one block, and it doesn't matter who it is. It's still not going to make the play work if one of us doesn't do our job. So, like I said earlier, once we figure that out, these runs are going to spring.
Do you wish that you were getting fullback carries at all?
It's pretty cool, not gonna lie, but no. But again, it's just where our coaches put us, and whoever's gets the opportunity is obviously best at that position. So
You had the jet sweeping in the bowl game.
that's right. Where's that at? You know? No, but we'll see. We'll see. But no.
Does Nate love that role?
Oh yeah. No, he loves it, and he's filmed that role in, like really good right now. He's got to keep stacking days to become even better. So he's doing great right now. So
The tight end room is so deep and talented.
perfectly. I think we're deep. They could throw any one of us out there, and we know what we're doing. And we could get the job done. like I said earlier, there's some areas that other tight ends are more capable than others in the room. But at the end of the day, we could all get the job done, and we all got something special about us. More of us out there, the better. So, like you said, the 14 personnel, we always come out there with great energy, and we expect the plays to work. And like I said earlier, the way we practice is just second to none. So.
Has the
This version of yourself having a chance to win.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to go and play with a lot more confidence than I had back then. I have a lot of trust in what we got going on here right now, and I mean, as an O-line group, and obviously got a lot of trust in our backfield. So I'm excited to go, put on the field, make it happen.
What are the biggest differences you feel you see in yourself from where you were at this time 2 years ago?
Yeah, probably just a lot of confidence. I mean, like 2 years ago, playing a lot more reactionary. I didn't really, fully understand why things were going on or what was happening. I kind of had to rely, a lot more on the guys around me. But now it's a different position where I get to, kind of step into a little bit more of a leadership role and have other guys kind of rely on me and what I'm looking at and how I can, see what's happening and kind of diagnose that. So it's just a, same position but completely different, feel for the game.
How much is that going up against?
It helps a lot. It sucks. Obviously that defense is insane. You're thinking you're doing good, and all of a sudden he brings zero pressure out of nowhere on P10. You're like, all right, that sucks. But no, he's a fantastic, coordinator and even a better mind. He'll come around and he'll ask, you're all good, all the time. You good? You good? You just got to kind of understanding more about, even my position, because he coached O-line before as well. So he obviously knows a lot about us, and he's like, if you ever want to learn football, come and let me know, because he knows everything, not just defense or D-line or D-backs, but he knows everything about the game. So it's pretty cool.
Each and every other game we do in this schedule to prepare for them like they're a top talent, because we know, like Coach Day said, teams like that are desperate. They're desperate for a win. They'll do anything to go out there and win. And then it's just college football. College football is crazy enough where the teams who were incapable of winning now are upsetting the bigger teams, because sometimes the teams like that, they let the gas up, and so you always got to prepare for those teams.
With that in mind, then what impresses you, I guess, about Wisconsin's defense when you look at them on video? Because Iowa scored 37 on them.
They just had a bad day that day. We're going to get their best shot. We get everyone's best shot, so I don't know. I ain't got too much to say on that. It's just annoying. They go out there and see them celebrate. Sometimes it's a bad ball, or they go out there and make a play. It's just annoying to have them going out there talking each and every play. And then also, you as a receiver, if you mess up, now they're in your head too. You're trying to show them who you are, but then they're in your head, so now they can get the best of you.
Can that make a receiver sense of urgency? Can that make a receiver try too hard to try to make up for them being in your head or something like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. It just a receiver. He's desperate for to go make a play. When you're desperate, it can lead to worse things.
Thank you.
It's frustrating. We got the guys that's capable of taking the top off the defenses, but that's what we're expecting for the rest of the season. We got high level guys, so from a statistical point, as far as deep balls, it limits that, but then it also it just shows that you got to catch the ball and go make a guy miss and go on and score or make the big plays.
Cornell coach.
Over at Wisconsin now. What's it going to be like going up against him?
I'm happy to see my dog. I just hope he don't do too well against us, but I'm happy for him, rooting for him all the time.
Coach, how do you handle yourself when you're not getting the ball routinely in a game?
At the end of the day, you got to go out there and play. There's probably 3 receivers out there on the field. You got to go out there and play. You can't put bad things on film. You can't let the game affect you emotionally. And then if the ball's not coming away, that's a conversation to have after the game or whatever that may be. But sometimes the game, it's like that. Games don't always come to you all the time, each and every game.
Coach Day also highlighted your guys' efforts in the blocking. How do you feel like you've grown in that this year?
We take pride in that. A lot of explosive plays are on the perimeter, and that involves the receiver. So if we're able to have an explosive play do those, we're going to take pride in that and do everything we could.
Cornell, there was a play on Saturday where I think
just a miscommunication from the quarterback. Other than that, he thought one thing, I did another thing. So that's just it.
What did you think was going to happen versus?
I thought he was going to throw a touchdown. So.
When you have a young quarterback like that, how do you have that conversation without, obviously you don't want to show him you're too frustrated, but how do you guys go about that?
We just go out there and have a simple conversation I'm open right here. Just when we come back to it, just look for it.
After that, kind of the breakout game against Minnesota, obviously people around here knew how good you were, but you were sort of the
the hot name and everybody was writing about you. I mean, what was it like last week and then coming back and getting back on the field for another game?
It's football. I mean, you're gonna have your big games, you're gonna have your bad games. You gotta stay level-headed. I mean, everyone's due for a big game. That was my big game. I'm due for another one, so yeah, keep going.
You find a great group like that, which I don't think our guys are very picky and we're running as long as we're scoring. Yeah, every now and then I guess we'll kind of find a player or something like that. Like it feels really good. The guys feel really happy and rolling on this kind of player, this kind of protection or something like that. But usually we're just happy to play any kind of ball.
How much does changing 3 of them in 3 years for you guys feels like 3 different styles of, of offensive line play? How much do you think that has limited the explosive plays that are expected to come behind your group?
I don't really know if I would say it's limited. I think it's just the difference in playing style and play calling. However, you get into different games right now. The way college football is looking right now, there's not huge high-scoring games anymore. But I think the way we're rolling right now has been great. I think I've been, I'm super confident in Coach Hart's play calling. Obviously, Chip Kelly was an insane mind. Coach Wilson back in the day, he was good as well. I said I've never been more confident in a coach calling plays right now because obviously it's working. I had no idea really what I was doing. I was just kind of playing ball and hoping stuff didn't go wrong. So exactly, yeah. Watch you get a little red in the face, got turned off a little bit and get back to it. But no, I'm just excited to go back and try to redo that a little bit.
What you said again?
What was it like analyzing the portion of the game when Illinois used a hurry up and was able to get some things against you guys?
I really don't know. They did go tempo for a little bit, but they quickly got shut down. So whatever he said, tempo was working.
But you heard that. You heard that he said that.
I think I heard it around the locker room or something like that.
He said
you don't
guys
think that's
couldn't
true?
do shit against it. Yeah.
A little bit, but it got shut down eventually.
Yeah.
Did it come up this week as y'all, got ready for this game? Some people are maybe thinking tempo's going to hurt us, etc. Got to work on that. Did it come up in conversation at all?
No, sir.
What is it like being part of what some people think is the best defense in the country? Is there a sense of responsibility there? How would you describe being a part of this unit this year? A major part.
Just do our job. Go out there, play fast, play physical, and play Buckeye football.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you would obviously express such respect, but to then say, can we have a little bit of a conversation about, can I maybe have some opportunities more? Like, what was that conversation like? And you're a veteran player. Like, what do you have to be able to have inside yourself to go to a coach and have a conversation like that?
Our relationship is great. It's through the roof. So, when I came up to him and we had those conversations, he was cool with it. He was just saying, just don't respect the behind the quarterback. And that was it.
Keanu, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, man.